guys, welcome back again to my channel. So Efcc was shot by a Yahoo boy, and this was what happened. The Efcc officers, they raided the man's house or the guy's house early in the morning, and the guy thought that they were criminals, because I don't see reason why you should be raiding people's house that early. The boy thought it was a criminal. Because of self-defense, he now shot two officers. One, he shot one in the hand, and then one was confirmed dead at the hospital. So one was severely injured, one was shot, was confirmed dead in the hospital. So that's how this Dr. Sam Hamadi said this thing in Arise News, and it made a whole lot of sense. I'd like guys to just take a look at a minute. So how Efcc operatives were shot, officer killed in Anambra doing night raid. Night raid are known for thieves. People that carry out that operation are the thieves, the kidnappers. It's not any officer. Even police have no right to invade somebody's house in the night, because that is the act of a criminal. So if you come to my house in the night and then you break my door, I will actually perceive that you're a thief or you're an armed robber, and I might want to retaliate or hide or defend myself. So that was what happened. So this is what I've been training since. And now let me share it with you guys, and also I'd like you guys to hear what Dr. Sam Hamadi said in an interview that it made a lot of sense. Take a look.
Condolences and kind of to EFCC, and of course this officer died in national service, in that sense. So it's regrettable and sad that a public official, whether it's EFCC or Nigerian police or any other government institution, agency, would meet his or her death in this form. So this is regrettable and sad. Again, it gets back into the question around civil police, civil EFCC relationship. We've seen a lot of lack of public trust in the EFCC and the security institutions because of perception of maybe the mode of operation or how they execute what they're doing. So the story an EFCC prepared statement shows perhaps this is a case of an operation, and then the allegation is that the alleged killer kind of maybe resisted or saw them or in self-defense or howsoever fired them. But if you look at EFCC story release, the idea again is some kind of supposition that somebody who involved in coding has a computer, a laptop, probably is in money laundering, it's Yahoo. Now this is what we need to unpack. I've been in circumstances, I travel a lot, and so that I use 3 or 4 laptops. I can stay by the hotel poolside, writing speeches or article or book, and I just kind of think, assuming there's a storming, maybe a tip of some persons who probably are allegedly Yahoo boys in that neighborhood or in the hotel where I'm sojourning for a brief moment, and then you see me by the pool with maybe 2 or 3 laptops or 2 laptops or iPad and phone calls, and then you could brand me a Yahoo boy. So there's this problem of profiling, and that's what you see with all kinds of unfair policing, whether it's the US, where a black man, maybe dressed down or putting a headphone, could be kind of profiled as a criminal and then dealt with beyond, below due process. So the first thing is the idea of mission adrift. What is EFCC really focusing on? Now, look at it. There are certain mode of attack that suggests terrorism. Okay, so if you're a terrorist in this place and the Nigerian equivalent of SEAL or the military or the police or the storm this place or the DSS, the way they storm the place, the mode is because there's a terrorist. So if police is coming to arrest somebody who's alleged to have defamed somebody, the mode is different. So the first problem is that what is EFCC dealing with? Is it ritual, ritual killing, kidnappers? In which case, the fallout of financial and economic crimes, the police takes over. Are they dealing with financial crime? And then how do you deal with? That's number one. Number two is EFCC has a standing order against night raid and operations, which arose from instances like this. So the question people are wondering is, yes, we want to make sure that all officers are protected. This is a damnable act if it's proven. But again, in the context of insecurity in this country, Anambra, for example.
Because that's where I'm. Because that's my next question. Because how should the FCC, rethink its approach to combating financial crime, especially within a region that is grappling with insecurity
and with a deficit of public trust in institutions.
Exactly. But again, on the other hand, we also hear. I saw one article online that the young man is a medical doctor that was trying to perhaps act in self-defense, and in the process, he has a license to that kind of gun. So the question is, how critical is interagency coordination to prevent such tragic misunderstanding? Because what people are saying is that the EFCC should not have acted alone. Perhaps should have gone there with police or maybe arrest of warrant.
Absolutely. So the first question people have is, look, if you're going to go by night, where's the warrant of arrest, warrant of search? Maybe go with a police contingent. And again, we see in other developed countries. I mean, assuming that it's really EFCC must go on a sting operation that night. The police, you can come with real, support. And then sometimes they announce, sometimes these microphones, they say, we are here, come out, hands up, surrender. And basically, you have to balance the fact that, look, people at home, families at home, people are afraid. And the stories around EFCC, for example, dispossessing persons, we've seen video trending of people maybe slamming doors and beating up people. And these days of insecurity, you don't know who is who. So I think that the prudence should mean that some of these operations need to be, you have to rethink the modern operations. Number two is that EFCC also has a crisis now of corruption and partisanship. The DG, the new Executive Secretary, has been dealing with that. So people don't even know, they don't trust the operatives themselves. Corrupt, they can plan things, they can. Partisanship, the question is, okay, fine, if you, and again, lack of professionalism. Some people say, okay, why is it that the way they operate in, let's say, Southeast, where, maybe in Edo, is different from the way they operate in other places? And people also ask a quick question, how come we don't see these operations happen with politically important people, former governors, Why is it that it's always happening, maybe hostels, with a sense of classism? Is there a mode to do with poor people? Is there a mode to do with certain people in certain geopolitical zones? I've been part of lawyers, senior lawyers, confessing about brutal, a treatment at the hand of EFCC operatives. So you say it's an advocate, he has a client, they treat you shabbily, then somebody places a call from Adamawa or from Borno to the same operative, and they quickly comply. So this is the idea that partisanship, corruption, lack of professionalism has now made it difficult to say that the EFCC doesn't represent what it should represent. And so I think that the first thing is that mission adrift. What's the EFCC supposed to do? Two, how should EFCC do what it's supposed to do? Now, if EFCC is now omnibus, fighting, ritual, kidnapping, all that, then they have to change their formation, the level of arms, the level of protection, because they're now more like SEAL. They're no longer like, police, financial crime intelligence, investigate, prosecute fairly. So I think that's the problem we're having here. And again, the question back then is what the EFCC has to be dealing with now is rebuilding public trust, so that not just people feel that EFCC is partisan, is brutal, that so many people are reporting, okay, look, these are the guys who stormed my house in the night. And we have to also, we are now in a insecurity era, corruption. We have to balance between fighting crimes and not perpetrating crime. It's unfortunate that we are dealing with somebody who ought to be alive today. But the question is, of course, due process, criminal prosecution, the judicial system will sort out the facts. But the policy side of it is that maybe we need to redesign both the mission, the how, and the procedure for EFCC getting involved. The night operations has been banned by law, but are still going on. How do you ensure that even if you are pursuing criminals, you do not endanger the life of neighborhoods?
Indeed, we hope to see a new leaf.
So in this case now, who will you say is right or wrong? But to me, I think the EFCC officials, they were wrong by going to invade or to do somebody's house in the early morning when people are sleeping. You want to invade their house, and like Dr. Sam Amadi said, that once they see you with laptop in this country, Nigeria, you're already a Yahoo boy. When they see you with laptop, when they see you driving car, when they see you dressing nice, when they see you, maybe you are on dread, you're automatically a Yahoo boy. Without any investigation, that's how this country has been operating. And that's how police are busy tormenting lives on the street. Because if they see you dressing well, smelling nice, having a nice car, having a nice phone, on laptop, they will automatically picture you as a Yahoo boy without investigation, and they will start asking for a huge sum of money. If you say you will not give them, they even go to the extent of using gun to scare you to give them money. But we blame them? No, you blame the federal government, because that is what hunger can cause. Hunger can make a man not to think straight. And they saw that this is an opportunity to make money, so they're not using it carelessly. Imagine raiding somebody's house as early morning just because you heard or you had a rumor or you alleged that the boy is a Yahoo boy. You raided the house, even though he's a Yahoo boy or a kidnapper. You should raid somebody's house in the night. That's the way you do these things. If you have investigated that this person investigated though, because all these ones they are breaking people's house is alleged. None of them is pure. Maybe they heard, they don't go and bad and spell person's building and then expect them to keep quiet. So no, they have to retaliate for self-defense. So you can air your view in the comment section. I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't always forget to subscribe. Stay tuned, guys.